consistency concept. Now, as per this concept, the method of accounting once adopted should be continued in future. Now students, we know that in certain aspects, in certain areas of accounting, there are more than one methods and they are all correct. It only depends upon the prudence of the accountant which method to choose. Now let us take an example. An accountant chooses method A over method B. Now since he has chosen method A, this method should be used for year 1 and should be continued over year 2, 3, 4 and so on. That is, once he has chosen method number A, then this method should be continued over future years as well. What this does is, it lends comparability to the data. Since for each of these years method A has been used, it becomes meaningful to compare this data. But remember, this does not mean that you cannot change method that you have once adopted. It merely says that if there is another better method, then you can switch to better method. Switch to better method. But you must discuss the reasons and you must discuss the financial implications of it. Now just to illustrate, continuing with the same example, in future you actually come across a situation where you find that method B is more useful now than method A. So what you can do is, you can switch to method B, but then you must specify what are the reasons that compelled that switch and what are the financial implications. Concept of conservatism or concept of prudence. As per this concept, an accountant must provide for future losses but should not anticipate or record future profits. Now students, as this statement makes it very clear that any accountant, if he anticipates future losses, should actually go ahead and prepare reserves and provisions for it, so that when the situation actually arises, you are not caught on a wrong foot. But the profit should be recorded only when they actually materialize. If we start recording future profits, it will actually end up inflating our accounts and projecting a situation which is not exactly there. So basically, conservatism involves a policy of playing safe. It actually projects a pessimistic view of business in terms of transactions that we are actually dealing with.